What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. You have Brother Minister Cepeda here. I always start, as you guys know, by sending you guys or asking that you guys go to my website located at treeoflifeoutreach.com. Pull it up, read the bio, be encouraged, be inspired, and be renewed in your faith that this thing we call God is still real, it's still alive and well, and it's still on the throne doing miracles. Read the bio, see all the errors, mistakes, and different just inappropriate behavior and moves that I made. And yet, because of his mercy, he forgave me time and time again, brought me through the fire and set my feet on a high place. And he'll do it for you. You don't have to be someone who's got it all together, who has all the right connections and all of this and that. He'll do it for you because, as you know, he works irrespective of person. So go to the website, read on the bio, familiarize yourself with the services that I offer. And if you or someone you need may be in need or interested in those services, my contact information is there as well. The email address is actually realdealmunoz@gmail.com. So check that out. Give the man upstairs a shout out, and we'll begin this video. Today's topic is going to be called How You Can Change the World. Yes, you. As we know, we live in a society where, man, it's based on, what you can establish, what you can purchase, what you can rule, what you can control. Oh gosh, pardon me guys, I do apologize for that. But this is the type of society that we're living in, where more and more the golden rule is, if you have more than the next guy, you're better than the next guy. If the next guy has more than you, he's better than you. If the next guy has less than you, you're better than them. So it's not about your character anymore. It's not about your real world good deeds. It's not about being a good person anymore. Things like having good morals and good values, those things, they may be complimented on the surface, but at the end of the day, unfortunately, what it comes down to is, what do you have? Do you have a bigger bank account? Do you have more friends? What's your social following like? What's your career, your house? And it's about that. And if we can all be honest, we can admit that. And as I see it, and probably yourself as well, or you wouldn't be watching this video, that's a very hollowed way for a human being to live. In fact, I would venture to say that anyone who is living that type of mindset and that type of existence where it's based on that which I just laid out. If he's got more than the next guy, he's better than that guy. And if the next guy got more, then he's better than him, and so forth and so on. What a lost way for a human being to experience this beautiful thing that we call life. And I think you feel the same way too, or you wouldn't have clicked on the video. So then it comes down to, okay, well then what can we do? What can we do? We titled this video, What You Can Do to Change the World. What you can do to change the world. Now I'm going to start by saying, the way you change the world, I know it's cliche-ish, but the way you change the world is by changing yourself. That's how you do it in a nutshell. You change the world. Because if I had a puzzle, or if you had a puzzle laid out and there was a 30,000 piece puzzle, and if you just change one of those 30,000 pieces, you have, in essence, all practical means and all legitimate and scientific means, you've changed that entire puzzle. The entire puzzle has been changed. So this is how we change the world. One puzzle piece at a time, you and me. And we do this by changing ourselves. There's a wise saying that, a couple of them, as a matter of fact, it says, only those who have the light can ever see the darkness. That ties into the Holy Script that in the last days, the evil one will make wrongdoing seem fair to those who partake in it. So these people that are out there living their lives with that mindset, they don't get it. That's all they see. That's all they know. It's like the two younger fish swimming in the water, going in one direction, and the older fish comes along going in the opposite direction and says, "Hey, what's up, young guys? How y'all doing?" "Oh, we're doing pretty good." And the older fish said, "How's the water?" And they said, "Water? What's that?" Because it's all they know. So what we can do, having this knowing, this insight of what water is, we change the world by changing ourselves and refusing to partake in that, and refusing to capitulate to that. You say, well, what does that mean, refusing to be a part of that? Should that mean I shouldn't work a job? Does that mean I should get off the grid in its entirety? Does that mean I should not try to build wealth and things of this nature? No, absolutely not. But what it means is you're going to pursue those things, but you're not going to get outside of who you are in order to achieve those things. You're going to remain true to your inner self. So this is how you change the world, by being true to yourself. Authenticity, what a rare thing nowadays. As a matter of fact, I may do a video on that, where anybody and anything that's being authentic, who dare to be themselves, they're under attack, because what's being pushed is this collectiveness, this one giant collective. So it doesn't matter what you think, it doesn't matter what you feel. The masses is doing this, so what's wrong with you? Why aren't you doing this? So everybody's being polished and groomed to go along, to get along, and those who are being authentic, their own personality, their own likes and dislikes, their own dreams and goals and ambitions, their own way in which they choose to live their lives and the careers that they want to choose. These people are under attack. And yet that's how we change the world, by being that one piece in a 30,000 piece puzzle. And you can just imagine, say if the entire puzzle, if it's red, all the pieces in the puzzle is red, and you put one black piece in there, you change the whole puzzle. You put one white piece in there, you change one single piece, you change that whole puzzle. But you just got to be willing to be the person that is willing to step out there and be that different piece, surrounded by all those other pieces that are obviously going to look at you as being odd, weird, strange, the black sheep, square peg, and attempting to get into a round hole. And this is what has happened to the vast majority of the other pieces to the puzzles, just to continue that analogy. Perhaps they intended to be someone else. They wanted to be true to themselves. And then when they got out there, the social bullying that went along with them being themselves, it was overbearing and they couldn't stand it, so they ran back to what it is everybody else is doing, the fads, the trends. So for those of us who have this uniqueness about us, we can't be afraid of it. We have to bring it forth. We have to stay true to our own selves, what we believe in, what we feel, and we have to operate out of this template of authenticity, because this template is what gives us our strength. This template is what makes us who we are. And you can run from it, you can shun it, you can hide it, you can deny it, but at the end of the day, if you're different, you're going to always be different. And the people who aren't different, some people are just naturally born to be, just another person off the assembly line. They're going to always recognize you as being different. You can go in there and you can dress like them and act like them and talk like them and have all their conducts and mannerisms and whatnot, but at the end of the day, they're going to know you're an outsider. And the moment you get out of bounds with anything that they believe in, they're going to let it be known that they view you and that they know you're an outsider. So it starts with being authentic. It starts with being true to yourself. It's amplified when you do these different things that are basically nowadays considered weird. What's wrong with you? This guy is always happy. In a world that's always sad, this guy's happy. Yeah, it's got to be slow. He don't know how sad people really is. He ain't woke up to it. This guy's got big hopes and dreams while the whole world is going to hell in a handbasket, but yet, he or she still has hopes and dreams. What's wrong with them? They got to be weird. So when you go out and you display acts of happiness that highlight the higher energies that exist, you're happy, you're vibrant, you're genuinely loving, you're genuinely kind, courteous, polite, respectful, humble, and you really are happy to be alive, like you're brimming with life. Well, that's weird. When just a few couple of decades ago, it was a person who was sad, who didn't have no bounce in their step, and all these different things. These people that are just rude, those were the people that were weird. But now it's turned around. So when you choose to not play their little games, this is how you change the world. It's like having a room full of dominoes. It's just going to continue to go until one domino is out of place, and then the buck stops there. So stay true to yourself. Keep on pushing out good acts and good deeds of kindness and courtesy and compassion, love, vibrancy, all these different things. Because at the end of the day, whether you want to call it God versus the devil or good versus evil, whatever, it's a battle of different energies, that's for sure. Whatever you want to name those energies, it's a battle of different energies. This group of people over here is just committed to being negative and to drowning out any positive vibes or energy waves. You need positive frequency. And while you don't have to do battle against them, you do have to stand firm and confident in your energy, which is your authenticity. That's where your strength comes from. That's what creates a negative effect in them, and that's palpable to them, very palpable. So don't give up your authenticity, and know that by you having the courage to walk into a room, walk into a building, walk into a ballpark, whatever it may be, and everybody's taking, shots at you, they're taking digs at you, they're rolling their eyes, they're walking by you close, they're being rude, disrespectful, and all these different things. And you're able to say, hey man, okay, I get it. I'm not going to respond in kind. You ain't going to cross no line. I'm not going to allow you to cross no line. And they can feel that within your authenticity vibe and your authenticity, the mode of authenticity that you're operating on to begin with. Like, this guy is humble. This girl is humble, but I can tell I really don't want to push the limit too far with her. I'm going to keep on pushing the limit up to this limit, but I ain't going to pass that, because there's something that tells me she will do what's necessary to defend herself, and do so very, very effectively and efficiently. They can tell that. So, but the moment you're able to go into the room or wherever it is in your workplace and maintain that authenticity, that uniqueness, you may not know it, but someone's being changed by that. Somebody's being inspired by that. Somebody's being motivated by that. And they may not be doing it at the office or doing it where you know about it. But they may go into a grocery store. They may go where they go. And whenever they used to go there, they would kind of just play the role, to go along just to get along. But by you being ballsy enough to stand up and say, hey, look, yeah, you're being rude. Okay, I understand you're just a rude person. No big deal. I'm going to check you if I have to check you. And I'm going to keep it moving. Yeah, dude, you looking at me, you mean mugging me, and I may let you know that I see you mean mugging me, and I'm going to let you know that I'm not intimidated by that, just by me continuing to mind my own business and staying true to me. Whatever the situation may be, and you're continuing to keep your authenticity. Hey, look, I'm a happy person. There's nothing you can do about it. And again, you cross the line, then that's not what you want to do. But as long as you don't cross no line, anything that, that foolishness that can be avoided, I will. I'll sidestep it. I'll parry it. I'll slip it. I'll parry it. Because that's the whole thing. The whole thing is to get you to feel as though they feel. To get you to engage in a thought form and a thought pattern from which they operate. They're mean. They're sad. They're they're cruel. And they want to get you to respond in kind. And so if you ever need to stand your ground, you stand your ground, you stand up for yourself. You don't ever be a chump or a pushover. You stand your ground. But you don't get caught up into the folly that they in. Don't let them bring you into their world where all of a sudden you're playing the little silly games that they're playing. No, let them talk. Silence is the best response to a fool. So let them talk. Let them whisper. Let them guess. Let them presume because they can't figure you out. How in the world is this girl so happy every time we see her? And she clearly can tell that we're making jokes about her. We're turning our nose up to her. Every time she says something, we're answering her with a snooty, snobby voice. How does she do it? Let them keep guessing. Let them try to figure out. And see if they ever become ballsy enough to just walk up and politely ask you. And then if they do, just because of your authenticity, you have no problem in telling them, hey, look, I just be doing me, and I've learned to see things and not see things. I see it and I don't see it. I hear it and I don't hear it. It's like water off a duck's back. Yeah, it's there, but yeah, it's not there. So the more and more you're able to do that, somebody's seeing that. Somebody's being encouraged by that. Somebody's being moved by that. And somebody's being changed by that. So then they go home or they go to wherever they go, and they're starting to practice that. They're starting to practice that. You know what? That joke wasn't funny, and I'm not going to be rude about it, but I'm not going to be fake about it either and just pretend to laugh. And no, I'm not interested in that topic, and I'm not going to be rude about it, but I'm not going to sit here and engage with you on a topic that I find very disinteresting or uninteresting. See? So this is how we change the world, guys. This is how we change the world. When they try to label you as being whatever they want to try to label you as, because you just want to be happy. You're just committed to being happy. They're committed to ignorance, and you're committed to intelligence. You're committed to self-improvement, and they're committed to self-destruction. So each and every time you go there, and again, you might not see it, but we don't walk by sight. We walk by faith. So you don't have to see it to know it's true. This is how we win souls for the kingdom. And whether you about religion or not, this is how we change the world. One person at a time who has the fortitude to be true to who they are. I don't care who. If you're a brother in the hood, or you a brother out there in the rural area, you're living on the farm all your life. If that's who you is, then why would you move to the city? And because all of a sudden everybody in the city is dressing like this and talking like that, you're a farm boy, you're a farm man, you're a farm girl or woman. That's what's in your heart. That's in your heart, and that's how you was raised. Then you have to be able to be that person when you go down in the hood, up on Wall Street, you name it. So anytime anyone's living that truth about who and what they really are, this is how we change the world. Because I don't think that there's any false what I call false fake people who is really, really genuinely good people. I don't see that. I see that as being oxymoronic. Because it's hard for me to conceive and perceive that someone could be fake and be a good person. It just don't line up. If you fake with your coworkers, if you fake and just going on in society to get along and follow the Joneses, it's hard for me to imagine how you could be a really good person. I'm not saying you do necessarily bad things or anything like that, but it's kind of hard for me to see how you could be a good person through and through. Because goodness is whole. Goodness is whole. Goodness is clean. Goodness is original. It doesn't put on shades and become a chameleon and do all these things just to get along. Goodness is strength. Goodness is power. Goodness is it's what it is. I mean, it's not shaky over here and then solid over there, and no, man. So this is how we change the world, and we're living in a time where, man, what the song says, the computer has stolen the soul of the man. The computers have stolen the souls of the human being. In other words, people are walking around empty, too caught up on their computers and what the computer tell them is in style, and who's the good race, who's the bad race, and all of this nonsense. So this is how we change the world. This is how you change the world. This is how you, the you that is me, the you that is you. So in other words, I'm referring to myself. This is how I change the world. And I get up every day and I remain committed to doing just that. Come what may, this is who I am. I'm gonna conduct myself in a way that exemplifies and amplifies he who has sent me. And whether you into church or religion or spirituality or any of that, my point is, exemplify that, highlight that under all circumstances. Be inspiring, be motivating, because like I said, whether you see it or not, you are changing the world. Every time you do that, there's somebody watching. There's somebody who's seeing, somebody who's hearing, somebody who's being touched and moved by that. You're changing the world. So this is how we do it. That's what I have for you guys, and that's what I want to encourage you guys to do. To be strong enough, to be authentic, be strong enough to be yourselves, be strong enough to walk your walk. And this is how you, yes you, can change the world. So that's what I got for you guys. Like I said, visit the website, Tree of Life Outreach. My contact information is there. Be inspired, be encouraged, hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will look forward to making another video with information that is hopefully lines up with your interests, but more importantly, truth. And I look forward to doing so, getting those videos out more and more each day. Not only more and more each day, but more and more over the course of the day. So hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. I don't know all of y'all, but I do love all of y'all. If you're feeling bad, go make somebody feel good. I guarantee you'll feel better. And if you're feeling good and you go make somebody that's feeling bad feel good, then you'll feel phenomenal. I guarantee it. So thanks for watching again. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed, because y'all are blessed. Okay, guys. Thanks. Bye.